Hey, what's up, guys? It's Luke, and you're watching Luke the Gathering. Thanks for checking out the channel and being here while I just blather on about my journey through Magic the Gathering. I started with Strixhaven, so a little bit over a year now I've been here in Magic, and I've been absolutely loving it, buying the heck out of Magic, and playing the heck out of it too. Last night was Friday Night Magic for me, and I don't know why we went back to Kamigawa. We did. I guess Wizards wanted everybody to go back to Kamigawa. It's a local card store. We went back to Kamigawa draft, and we drafted Kamigawa, which was okay. I like Kamigawa as a set, but I mean, I'd much rather draft Dominaria, but it is what it is. And so we went back, and this guy went 2-1, which was nice. I lost my first game, and I was like, oh gosh, I might be in trouble here. But thankfully, was able to rebound 1-1 and then 2-1, and so that was cool. And so I have my draft deck here. I'm going to share it with you. You can see how I did. I actually think I drafted the worst archetype from Kamigawa Neon Dynasty, and it's the red-white samurai warriors deck. So let's talk about it. I think I got the 2 cards I needed to actually make the deck any good, which we'll see here. So let's check the deck out right now. All right, well, here it is. Kamigawa deck, 40 card deck, limited format, and red white. The first pack that I don't even remember what I got in the first pack, but it was terrible. And you know what I really wanted to draft was like an artifact deck. I think that would have been really sweet and cool. What I didn't want to draft was a green-white enchantment deck, which I've been drafting a lot of in the past. I wanted something different, and I guess I got it. Red-white, which, you know, wasn't that great, but it turned out to be a decent deck. We got cards like this. Sunblade Samurai, common card, Vigilance. This actually came in clutch for its channel ability. Its channel ability means you can play it like at instant speed, pay 2, discard it, search your library for a Plains card, put it in your hand, and gain 2 life. That was absolutely clutch. I mean, that was a great ability. I was very impressed with that because a lot of times I would just have mountains in my hand, and this is true. This happened, and I needed Plains. I needed land. I played 16 land in this particular deck, and this guy helped negate that issue. One of the rares. This is actually really nice. It has haste, 3/3 for 3, and I think in anywhere other than draft, maybe this kind of sucks because it doesn't even come with an indestructible counter. You only put the indestructible counter on it if, like, he successfully hits the opponent. And so this Risona, or she, I think it's a she, but this did get indestructible counters on it, and that was nice. At one point, I thought you could get multiple indestructible counters on it, but no, it only gets an indestructible counter if it didn't have one before. So that was that. And then you had to remove an indestructible counter too if you got hit, which I find particularly lame, especially in a deck like this where you're trying to just hit with one warrior samurai at a time. So, don't know. Born to Drive, this can surprise out of nowhere. Auras and enchantments are always kind of scary as a 2-for-1 thing, but, you know, I had 2 Imperial Oaths, which you'll see in here, and I was thinking, hey, this could be a huge card, especially like on a flyer, or since I'm just attacking with one thing at a time, and that's what this deck archetype is all about. It's like you send one samurai or warrior in at a time, just trying to deal massive damage, like a Voltron sort of thing. And Born to Drive, I think, really helps that. This guy was nasty. This guy's the best for this deck, I think. Ryu Storm's Edge. This guy gives you a second attack phase. That's crazy. He also has first strike and is a 3/3. So, Ryu, this was probably the all-star best card of the entire deck right here, Ryu. And it's not just him. If any samurai or warrior goes in and attacks alone, you can tap it and then do another attack phase. High-speed hoverbike came in so clutch so many times. You can flash it in to tap a creature. I never rode on it. It was always just to tap something down. That was awesome. Here's Imperial Oath. I think one of the best cards in Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. You make 3 2/2 white Samurais with Vigilance, and you get a Scry 3. Great card. I got a bunch of these white removals. I think they're so important. Not just Intercessor's Arrest, but other versions. And I grabbed a bunch of them. You know, I cannot let the opponent get, like, even a medium amount of people on board, because I'm attacking with one thing at a time. And if I cannot get through, I'm done. So, like, I'm always just using these right when I get them. Oh my gosh, Selfless Samurai, such a great card. Gives my guys lifelink. This actually won me the game, most of my games, because I just kept gaining life where they, couldn't. They were dealing damage to me, but in a race, you have a lifelinker. It's amazing. Plus, he can sacrifice himself to make the guy that you are attacking with not die. That is awesome. Light the Way, not a great card, but good enough. Put a one counter on the creature or vehicle, untap it at instant speed. You can also bounce something back to your hand that you control, but not a big deal. Voltage Surge, removal. Spirited Companion, great card. 1/1, adds to the creature count and draws a card. Nice. Touch Spirit Realm is another removal card. Blade Blizzard Kitsune is great as well. It can ninjutsu, it can double strike. The only issue with this is it's not a warrior or samurai, it's a ninja. So in that regard, it's a little slightly awkward, but it did a good job in the deck, especially with some equipment on it. Kami's Flares, removal. Moth Rider Patrol. This little 1-drop was awesome. Anytime you can tap creatures down, that's great. Lets your samurais get in. But the main thing is you put like Born to Drive on it or equipment. It's a warrior. It has lifelink. It has all sorts of great stuff. This was a beast. Skyblessed Samurai was like a bigger beast than the Moth Rider Patrol, but I didn't get it out nearly as much. So Moth Rider, I think, was a little bit more better. It was better. Another Selfless Samurai that's awesome. Have 2 Banishing Slash, came in clutch to get rid of enchantments. Other creatures, it was great. Another Oath. Subduer, another great card. This taps things down without having to pay mana. It was awesome. And then Aki Ronin. Actually, this card came in really clutch too, because it helped me get through my deck and find the cards I needed. So overall, I did 2-1 with the red-white deck. I think it performed well. I was happy with it. Last week, I didn't make a video for last week with Dominaria. I was 0-3. I actually came up with I drafted Joda, and I decided I'm just going to go Legendary Tribal in Limited, and it was a horrible decision. So, didn't talk about last week's debacle, but was happy to go 2-1 this week in Kamigawa, Neon Dynasty, Flashback. But next week, I think we're back in Dominaria, which I'm happy to be there. So, thanks for watching this, guys. I will see you next time.